We are live. See if my notifications go out. Oh, what's up? What's up, Jackson? I see your thing about what you just posted. Uh, what was that you just posted? About the writer, the guy used to be the newspaper writer, said something about Mark Stoops. Yeah, I didn't have time to read it, but there's a lot of stuff going on in SEC football. I'll tell you about that because Lane Kiffin and Missouri's coach got on ESPN today, and they're not happy with some stuff going on. I had to make notes on that. We'll talk about that in a minute. Uh, oh well, yeah, he may have wanted out. They have to pay him. He's not going to want out of here. He knew that because he knew basketball was going to be a priority. He wanted out the same reason Bear Bryant wanted out in 1953 because he knows that it will never be now after. Well, I got a bunch of stories that tie into that. What's up, WKRP? Yeah, he wants out. Sure, he does because nobody wants to coach here because it's basketball first, and we're going to go over that. The 9-game schedule. Now, some coaches are upset about the 9-game SEC league schedule because the playoffs didn't give us any guarantees on how many teams we would get in. So we just gave half of our teams, 8 teams, an extra loss. So our commissioner's stupid. I don't know what his deal is. Yeah, he said he would negotiate a buyout, and Mitch did not. Well, then he can negotiate a buyout. I mean, fine, buy him out. But I got a video coming out. I just did it on the spread offense that we ran in the 90s, and I'll show you why it didn't work. We'll save that for after this game and the beginning of next week. I'll go over the numbers, and you'll see real quick why it did not work. And it's pretty obvious why it didn't work. But a lot of people that are not old like me that lived through that and know that, okay, yeah, lining up 4 wide is not going to work in this league. But I already recorded the video, so I'll put it out next week. But anyway, we got a game tomorrow. So Mark Stoops is here to the end of the year. And I don't know if you guys saw, we'll talk about what Matt Jones said this morning. Of course, I posted it on a poll, some of what he said, but we'll go over what Matt Jones said. And I agree with him with what he said. He said we should try to be a second-tier team because we'll never be a first-tier team. I agree. We are not going to be a first-tier team because we're not going to spend the money on it. But we'll talk about all that. We'll get some more people in here. Come on in, everybody. I'm a little late getting on here. Yeah, I gotta be ready in the morning. We gotta get on. I gotta get on at 10:30 my time. But anyway, yes. So yeah, I mean, look, Stoops is not probably gonna not last. They're gonna run him off, and then they're gonna bring in somebody in. You know, if they think they're gonna throw a spread offense in here, okay, we've done this before, and it failed miserably. What's up, Curtis? Thinks the season is over. Well, I mean, yeah, if you just stop right there, yeah. I mean, let's see how we play this week. If Cutter Bowley improves a little bit, he was the reason we lost that game. If he improves, maybe we can win a few games. Believe me, Auburn's not that good. Auburn and Florida are ranked worse in offense than we are. So yeah, I mean, there's some winnable games, but we have to keep improving. If you just, I mean, surely to God, I hope the players, which they probably don't listen to KSR, but I would hate for our players to listen to that shit, even though Matt Jones was telling the truth on that one. I mean, the season's not over. I mean, come on, damn. I mean, just because football is a funny sport. So we thought we were going to be good last year, and South Carolina thought they were going to suck last year. South Carolina thought they were going to win 9 games this year. You think they're going to win 9 games? No. So football is a funny thing. Oh yeah, Zach Calzada, he gets paid, but yeah, he didn't get to play that last year. He wanted to play. Yeah, I mean, look, I get it. The boosters demanded Cutter Bowley, and they got it. So what's Mark Stoops going to do? He's got to put him in. But I want to see the kid. I want to see some fire in this kid tomorrow. I want to see him get emotional and not look scared, and let's get pissed off, and let's. I'm not saying we got to win the game, but I want to see us. Right. That's what I said. You had to play Cutter or he would leave. And they didn't want him to leave because they invested too much money in him. So give Zach Calzada whatever money he's due and let him sit the bench. And there's, if you get through the season, maybe Bowley will get injured. Yeah, he looks scared. He looks scared. Like, I don't know why Dusty Bonner, I don't know what damn game you were looking at, dude, but I went back and watched it. I can give you the still photos. The kid looked like he was friggin' scared to death out there. You can't do that, you know. So hopefully he'll play better because they're going to come after him. And, look, we're not set up to win in football. We're set up to win in basketball. I got a link in the description. Everybody go watch Sports Talk J, Tennessee channel. First word is Sports Talk. Second is the letter J. He just did a video on Greg Sankey, how they screwed us. Well, they screwed everybody with this 9-game SEC schedule. They promised that the college football playoff would give us 3 teams guaranteed, and they're not gonna. So we just screwed half of our league by going. Now we get them paid for it, but 16 teams, 8 teams are going to have an extra loss, and the college football playoff does not care about the SEC. So we just, I don't know about our commissioner sometimes, competitive and avoid blame blast. We will not stay competitive. In this game, we will. Right. Oh, and this year, I think we can this year. Right. Yeah, that's what we do. We stay competitive with Ole Miss. I don't know why, like I said, the only reason we weren't competitive at South Carolina is we turned the damn ball over 3 or 4 times. You're going to get blown out. It happens in this league all the time. People act like a team never got blown out before. Jesus. Yeah, if you turn the ball over 4 times, you're going to get blown out. Doesn't matter who it is. Mississippi State, Arkansas. The teams in this league are good enough. The bad teams are good enough to beat you. The good teams and average teams are definitely going to beat you if you turn the ball over 4 times. But yes, come on in, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? I was a little bit late getting on. I was watching Sports Talk J. I linked it in my description. Somebody left. Okay, well, sorry you came in for a second and left. Yeah, we're going to play well. Yeah, we're going to run the ball. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to I don't know how much more. I feel sorry for Butch Hampton. I mean, damn, it's like talking about I got to dumb down the offense. How much more dumbed down can you make it? I mean, I hope this kid plays well. I hope Boley plays well tomorrow. I don't expect us to win, but I want to see some fire. I want to see. It's an early start. Georgia doesn't start well anyway. They start slow in the first half anyway, and it's an early start. So maybe we can, yeah. That's the problem with Boley. That's why they brought in Zach Calzada, guys, is because Boley was having problems picking up the playbook. Now, I've heard that from several people you guys and people have come in here and told me that, and I believe it. Yeah, so hopefully he's learning the playbook because Jesus Christ, this is your second year in the offense. So come on, dude. But no, we'll see what happens. Bad reads. Oh, yeah, bad throws. I mean, damn, you got guys, you can't overthrow people in this league. What's up, WKP? To check out. Oh, maybe they did. Yeah, Sports Talk J. Yeah, you go check that out. We're going to talk about that. Greg Sankey screwed us. Screwed the whole SEC, dumbass. I never have liked that guy. So, the reason on the 9-game SEC games, let's go over this for a second. We never went to 9. We stayed at 8. You know why? Because Nick Saban wanted to stay at 8. And when Nick Saban had the pull, we stayed at 8 games because he knew if we went to 9 games that the playoff committee is going to maybe go by wins and not go by strength of schedule, which they don't. They only go by wins. So Greg Sankey got mad. He was upset about it. So he didn't change the schedule. You see, we had the same schedule twice. Everybody did. Well, we had the 5th hardest schedule. So we got 2 years in a row because that dumbass didn't change anybody's schedule. So we got screwed. People like Missouri get easier schedules. Mississippi State, we don't. And so we got screwed over that. But it's because he was pissed off about it. So we we finally say, okay, we're going to do the 9 league games. We get $10 million for that 9th game. Okay. It doesn't affect us, but it affects. So Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin and Missouri's coach came out this week on ESPN, and both of them said, if you lose 3 games in this league, you're screwed. You're done. You're not going to make the playoffs. So you can have a stellar team and have a really great team, but if you go 9-3 or 8-4, you're done. You're out. Team like Indiana, I live in Indiana, plays a shit schedule that's ranked like 60th. But they get 10 damn wins, so they get in. And then somebody like Ole Miss, who loses 3 or 4 games, doesn't get in. So that was the Greg Sankey thing. So I hope he's happy about that. Of course, then you had the basketball issue. So there's more going on with this basketball issue, guys. So Greg Sankey, if you guys haven't heard this, wanted every SEC football team to spend the same amount on football. and it was most of their budget on football, their athletic budget. And Mitch Barnhart said no, and evidently he wasn't the only one that said no, because we want to be good in basketball. So we said, hell no, we're not spending more money on football. We'll spend whatever we want on basketball. There's your clue right there, guys. When that story came out, there's your clue that we're not going to be priority is not going to be football. So Mark Stoops, while I don't feel sorry for him because he's going to get paid, I do feel sorry for him because he's set up to fail. I mean, you're not going to build a Walmart team in this league. You might do that in the ACC or the Big 12, but you ain't going to do it in the Big 10 and the SEC. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Yeah, we got some wins. Sure, we can. Yeah, I hope they win some games and make it hard. Make it hard to buy them out. We'll see what happens. I don't know. What do you think? Jackson said that that they're negotiating a buyout, possibly. Alan Cutler said something about that. I don't know if I trust Alan Cutler. He's in the know, but we'll see. We're going to play the game tomorrow, and we're going to watch it right here. So come in here 30 minutes before game time, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. We're going to do a pregame show. We're going to watch the game right here, live chat it. I can't show the game, but we're going to live chat it and have a live reaction to it. And you guys can get in here and chat. We're going to watch the game. But yeah, when Lane Kiffin and Missouri's coach comes out and says that they're not happy, with this 9-game schedule because we didn't get what we were promised. We're not promised any playoff, anything. So I don't know. Play our strength. Right, run the ball. Well, we ran the ball for 170 yards on them last year. That's what people don't realize. We can't run on them. We ran on them last year. Our game is running. We are going to run the ball. We're going to get yards running. We need Cutter Boley to play well, and we need our receivers to catch the ball. That's what we need. We need this a low-scoring game, and we need to, WKRP, football simple. Yeah, football is simple. However, it's so simple that if I'm bigger, stronger, and faster than you, you're probably not going to be able to. I'm probably going to get the best of you, which this year we have good players. I like our defense, guys. I like the way our defense is playing. I know we had the Eastern Michigan game. We played backups, and the numbers got skewed, and it looks like we suck at defense, but we really don't. If you watch the South Carolina game, we got after him. I mean, we were in his face. We sacked him a couple times. So, yeah, the defense was not the reason we lost that game. Hey, come on in, guys. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're new, speak up. We'll take anybody. We'll talk about Tennessee, Louisville. Hey, we respect everybody's school in here. If you're from another school, shout it out. South Carolina. I was talking to Carolina Jackpot. He said something. I put that poll out about Matt Jones, whatever Matt Jones said this morning. We're going to get blown out. Oh, yeah. I know that, dude. We're not going to get blown out. Kirby Smart didn't say that. Kirby Smart's not stupid. Go listen to his press conference. He knows what's going to happen. We're going to knock the shit out of you. We might lose. We might lose the game, but we're going to win the fight. I mean, that's the old Bill Curry saying. I hate to quote Bill Curry. That's probably a jinx, but yeah, it's going to be a physical game, and they know it. And so, yeah. The quarterback hasn't played awesome, so, maybe he'll have a bad game. Maybe they'll give us some turnovers. That would be nice if we got some turnovers. But, no, this 9-game schedule SEC thing that came out, I was listening to Lane Kiffin and Missouri's coach, and they're not happy. And, yeah, it's going to be hard for the SEC. There's not going to be any more dynasties, guys. There's not going to be any more SEC teams just dominating. It's not going to happen. And our commissioner didn't do anything to help, evidently. So people are upset with him. If you did not see the Matt Jones thing, Matt Jones said that we should try and be a second-tier SEC team, which he's correct in what he said. He said we should wait to the end of the year and let the year play out before we make a decision on Stoops. I agree with that. If things don't get better, obviously, if we go 3-9, sure, he's going to have to leave. But who are you going to bring in here? If you're not going to spend money on football, good luck. Bring us anybody in here. I'm going to put a video out about why the air raid failed here. I'm going to show you by the numbers, not because I say it. I feel like it failed or I feel like we should. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you why it failed. It's pretty simple, but I'll save it. Opportunities in every game. Yeah, there's every opportunities. I want to see Cutter come out and I'd like to see him, he's got to have a breakthrough game, guys. I know he's a good quarterback, but I wish he would stop looking like a teenager and start looking like a man. I know he's a young kid, and that's a lot of pressure, so I shouldn't be criticizing him because when I was 19 or 20, that had been a lot of pressure for me. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Yeah, well, what did Rick Pitino say? Losing is the fertilizer for winning. And I used to think, why did he say that when he first got here? What's he talking about? Why is Rick Pitino, our first year he was here, we were 13-13. And he kept saying, look, losing is the fertilizer for winning. I thought, what's he talking about? Well, then we started, beating everybody's ass and we won a couple national championships. I'm like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Losing teaches you, it humbles you. Failing makes you better. Failing will make you better. That's a life lesson for your kids. Let your kids fail. I'm glad I did mine. She didn't fail too much, but she did well. It's been a bad week in Georgia chat. Well, look, they're upset. You think they want to lose to the worst team? Supposedly the worst team? I don't know. Maybe we are the worst team. I don't know. I think we're playing pretty good, except for a South Carolina game. We damn near, gave Ole Miss all they could handle. Do you think they want fire Kirby Smart? No, they're not that stupid. If Kirby Smart goes 6-6, they won't want to fire him. Not off of one bad year. Nobody's that stupid. No. Now, if he had a couple bad years, yeah, in football, dude, you have more than one or two bad years. You could be Vince Lombardi, Tomlin, Bear Bryant. You're not allowed to fail because there's too much money involved. You're looking at, each SEC team, football team is a multi-million-dollar corporation. Think of it like that. Millions of dollars are at stake. So no, you can't lose. But no, they're not going to fire Kirby. So I'd be stupid. Come on. I'll ask Randy on if Randy comes on tonight from those Effing Dogs podcasts. We'll ask Randy. But I think from what Randy said this week, everything's kind of calm. Look, they're not worried about us, dude. They're not worried about losing to us. I mean, they know what we're going to do. We're going to run the ball. If we can get it to like last year, keep it low scoring. We beat them last year by 10 minutes in time of possession. We had twice as many first downs as them, and we ran the ball for like 180 yards. If we do that, we can stay in the game if we run the ball and just, I want to see how our offensive line plays running him out. Yeah. Yeah. Like Florida's going to have a new coach. Auburn's probably going to have a new coach. There'll be so many people turning their coaches over. If you're going to fire a coach every has a couple bad years, you're going to be firing everybody in football. We'll just be rotating through Illinois, talking about okay, fire their coach. Okay. We'll get some retreaded coach. And, so we shall see. What's everybody up to tonight? All right, we ready? We ready to watch the game? Does anybody want to? I mean, I want to watch it. I mean, I'm interested to see how Cutter does. I want to see how he does. So I'm interested to see how our defense does. I think our defense will play well. This is a linebacker game. This is a Rayner, Souls Jr., Alex Afari, Sam Green. I mean, look, they run the ball. Don't let this fool you. Their quarterback throws. Gunnar Stockton throws when he has to. Like when they got behind Tennessee and he didn't have a choice, but they're a run-first team. And they have about 4 running backs who can kick your ass. Every game, there's somebody else that leads their team in rushing. So there's been 2 or 3 people just, stellar rushing. Yeah, we're not going to get I think that's the end of the John Summerall debate. I think he auditioned and, that didn't go well. I mean, he's a Kentucky. If he take it for little pay, you could give it to him. He was a good coach. Yeah, now I knew better than that just by looking at his record. You could I mean, come on, man. Up and coming. Okay. I mean, he's a Kentucky boy, so we got to give him a break. Not saying I wouldn't take him, but but no. Like I said, we're going to play tomorrow. We actually play games, yeah. And this isn't if we're 2-3, we get a bye week, and then coming off that bye week, let's see what we can do against Texas. Then we start playing Florida, Auburn. Let's see what Vanderbilt does. Everybody's running mouth about Vanderbilt's going to go to the playoffs. Let's see what Vanderbilt does tomorrow. You win tomorrow. Show me you can beat them at Alabama after you beat them, and we'll see. You don't think they're going to have something for him? Oh, they're going to have something for him. Yeah. So we'll see how good if he can do his little see. He moves side to side. They move the pocket. If you watch them, he rolls out side to side. We'll see if the Alabama does a better job this year with that rollout shit, because that's their game. And then he either, he either keeps the ball and runs or dumps it off or throws it downfield. So it'll be interesting to see. But no, what's anybody? What do you want to talk about tonight? Everybody see the Matt Jones thing? I think Matt Jones is dead on. I think he's right about what he said. I like Matt. I really do. He's the most fair guy you're going to get. He gives a fair opinion, and he said we should wait to the end of the year. I agree, to see what our record, to see how it goes. It ain't over yet, but we can't keep. Obviously, we can't go 3-9, okay, or 4-8 again. I agree with that, and let's see what happens, and then we'll talk about that, and then of course. I will talk about the air raid this week on the off week and why we shouldn't run the air raid. I like Loyal BBN, but they said Tim Couch should be our next football coach. I almost fell out of my chair. God bless those people. No, Tim Couch has never coached college. You can't just bring him in. Hey, man, here you go. Here's a headset. Here's a headset. Put this on. Coach the team. Yeah, you played. Yeah, no, it's not the same thing. I don't think we're going to bring in Tim Couch and run the air raid. But what you got? APO, what's up, brother? Yeah, he just said, well, what he referred to first was we have to strive to be a second tier. There's 3 tiers of teams. There's really good, there's playoff teams, then there's 10 teams that win 6 to 8 games, and then there's shitty teams. He said we should strive to be a second tier team because we're not going to spend the money. He didn't put it this way. I'll paraphrase for him. We're not going to spend the money to be a top tier team. So therefore, don't try it. Just be happy with what you got. Be happy if we win 8 or 9 games and, or 7, if we win 7 games, 6 games and go to a bowl, you might as well be happy with that. Well, if Stoops pulls that off, why the hell would you fire him and buy him out? I mean, that's what I agree with Matt. We're never going to be in a top tier in football, guys, because we're going to spend our money on basketball. So whenever Greg Sankey wanted all the SEC teams to spend the same amount on football of their budget, and we said, no, we'll spend whatever we want to on basketball. There's your clue. And we got the most expensive basketball roster this year. Second clue, see Bear Bryant. I have a Bear Bryant video in my archives. Bear Bryant knew this shit in 1953 when Adolph Rupp was there. That's why Bear Bryant left, because he knew it was never going to be bigger than football was never going to be bigger than basketball. That's where Bear Bryant went to Texas A&M. Then he ended up at Alabama. I have a video on that if you want to watch a history lesson if you're young. Go watch that. Yeah, I mean, look, it's just the way it is, man. What's up, Matthew? Yeah, get the ball to wide receiver. Yeah. Yeah, don't overthrow him. What's up, Matthew? Would love a 7-win season. Yeah, we got screwed on the schedule, guys. And Greg Sankey did that shit on purpose because he was mad because we would not – the SEC teams would not agree to a 9-game SEC schedule. So therefore, he just, I don't know how he got away with it by letting everybody play the same schedule again. That's never happened. I mean, not since I've been watching football. What's up, Christopher? Haven't seen the news of Matt Jones video yet. Haven't seen. I don't know if it's on video. I was listening to his show, so it was on KSR radio show. He was very nice. Matt knows what he's talking about. He's absolutely right on what he said. Matt's always right and fair. Let the season play out, and let's see what happens at the end. Nobody's going to fire anybody now. Let's see what we can do the rest of the year. But yes, and so if we win some games, that would cure a lot, okay? But we'll see. All right, what's everybody doing? APO about the spending is perfect. Yeah. The Big East doesn't have football. So they're going to spend 95% of their budget on basketball. So they're going to get 13 of the best basketball players. If we don't get 13 of the best basketball players, we ain't going to be able to compete with them. Now, all you need is 5. There'll be a lot of teams in the SEC. Auburn. Why did they hire Bruce Pearl's son? Because he's cheap. Auburn's not worried about basketball anymore. They're done with it. They're going to football. Florida. Why did we get to take one of their players and the Todd go? Because they're going to go to football. Tennessee. Their coach, Rick Barnes, has already complained. Now, he did get a couple good players, but he didn't get all the players he wanted. They told him, too bad, man. We're spending our money on football. So the SEC is not going to be dominant in basketball, not the whole league. There'll be a couple teams. Us, Arkansas is probably going to spend money on basketball, but there won't be very many schools. But we will. Yankees, yes. Yeah. I mean, look, the Big East, Connecticut – who's in the Big East? So many teams in the Big East: Creighton, Connecticut, St. John's, Rick Pitino. So yeah, when you're trying to keep up with the St. John's and all the Big East teams who don't have football, going to be hard because we have 85 scholarships in football, and 13 in basketball. So we're trying to fill 98 scholarships. They're only filling 13 in basketball because they don't have, only UConn has football, and who cares? So yeah, I feel sorry for whoever the coach. If Mark Stoops leaves, who the hell are you gonna bring in here to win? Who the hell's gonna come in here with a Walmart budget and try and win in this league? Yeah, it's just, I feel sorry for us guys, us people who like football. Sorry, I mean that's just the way it is, man. We had to choose because there's too much money involved, and we have made our choice. It's basketball. Now I like basketball, and we'll cover basketball in here. But for people who like football, it's just going to be, trying to win a bowl. And, look, we're not going to the playoffs. But no, Matt Jones is absolutely correct in everything he said. And I really like him. I'm glad he came back on from vacation. Man, I can listen to it when he's doing the show. I can listen to it because there's a flow to him. He keeps the show going. I like it. I like the way, the topics he brings up and stuff. Rupp got a new car. Yep. Got a new watch, a pocket watch. Yeah. That's my video. Yep. So yeah, everybody that's young, I got some guys that telling me we should, on that, should we run a spread offense? It's like 75-25. And I'm going to show you, if you guys are old as I am, and you were here when the air raid was here, I'm going to show you by the numbers why the air raid failed, and failed quickly. They figured it out in 2 years. And I'm going to show you why they figured it out, how they figured it out, and why we will not run that shit again. Okay, it's pretty simple, but I'll save it for the video. I've already filmed it, but I'm going to put it on Tuesday when we need something in this bye week, and I'm going to show you why it failed. Rep got a new car. Don't blame the victim. Yeah. So look, guys, it is what it is. Sports is about money now, but I think we can win some games here. What if we win 6 games? What if we go 7-5 or 6? What if we go 6-6? Because I said at the beginning of the year, we're going to win 6. So if we do, this one will not be one of them, obviously. I thought we would be 3-2, but we're going to be 2-3. So that's close. Like I said, maybe we'll get somebody we're not supposed to get. We're going to watch the game right here tomorrow. So you guys come in 30 minutes before the game. I'm going to have it on. Don't watch it alone. And, we're going to watch the game. And maybe it'll be a close game. Maybe they'll give us a Christmas. They got to lose sometime. They haven't lost 3 in a row. They haven't lost at home. And okay, then they're due, right? That's why they're called upsets. But we'll see. They're going to be determined. So, all right, guys. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you haven't been here before, hey, shout your school out. We'll talk about anything. We respect everybody here. Louisville, Indiana, Tennessee. I like Tennessee football. It's their coach is a really good coach. Afio grew up going to football games live. Yeah, about sports. Yeah, well, there's a reason why we started running the ball. Yeah, even with Rich Brooks, there's a reason why running the ball worked. Will work. But if you're a younger fan, you don't know that. If you're under the age of 30, you don't know. You didn't go through and watch what we watched, and we know why the spread offense did not work. And it's obvious, and I'm going to show you. You're going to buy it. Yeah. I can't believe Dusty Bonner said we can't line up and run the football. I thought, man, are you on drugs? We are lining up and running the football. What are you talking about? But anyway. Yeah, man. I mean, look, people are going to wait till basketball. I get it. Basketball starts in the 15th, in 2 weeks here. We'll get Midnight Madness. Hey, what's the Neville the Devil in the country right now? Oh, I don't even know, dude. I haven't. You know what, Neville? I've been paying so much attention to Kentucky football and basketball. I have no idea who's the number 1 ranked team right now. Penn State got beat. Ohio State's up there. Who's the top 5? I don't even know who the top 5 teams are. But they're not SEC teams. I can tell you that. I don't see any SEC teams that could win a national championship. I don't know what you guys think, but I sure as the hell don't see any. LSU, no. Georgia, maybe. I mean, defensively, but I don't see any SEC teams that I would bet money on to win the national championship. So I don't know, Neville. Give me your top 5. I literally have not looked I think our line is still 20.5. Take the first half points. I think our plus 10.5 is the first half points. Is we're supposed to be down by 11, and I think it'll be a close game until the half. Law in the Wildcat. Yeah, I said that. We talked about that, Curtis. I mean, that would work on a couple plays, but it's not going to work the whole game. But anyway, yes, it's still 20.5. So, okay. So I bet the 20.5. I think it's going to be closer than that. We always play them close. What is it? Western Kentucky is beating Delaware tonight. I didn't know there were any games. Wow. Western Kentucky. Yeah. Oh, it's 19.5. It dropped from 19.5 now. Oh, so now it's dropping a little bit. So yeah. What are they giving us on yards or whatever? They passing. Cutter Bowley over under 133 yards. So they do not think he's going to throw for very many yards. Gunnar Stockton 225 yards. Let's see. They never. Oh, rushing. What do they got? Dowdell over under 33. McGowan over under 60. I'll give him more than 60. They have a guy, Bowen 64 over under 64. Frazier over under 50. Yeah, so they think they're going to run for way more yards than what we run. I don't know. We'll see about that. We will see about that. But yeah, they're going to sell out to stop the run, guys. They're going to run blitz. I mean, they're going to do what they have to do to stop the run. They don't care about Cutter Bowley. Would you? If you were well, Bobo's the offensive coach. I don't know who the defensive coach is for Georgia, but yeah, you're gonna let Bowley do whatever the hell he wants and just blitz him and make him win the game. You're gonna make him win the game. You're gonna stack the line. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we cover them. We cover them usually. Yeah, I bet it at 21.5. So I'll probably win some money. Oh yeah, they'll blitz him. And why wouldn't you? You're not gonna, he's showing that he can turn the ball over, that he'll throw high and a ball will sail on him. So yeah, I'm sure they'll blitz him. Yep. And that's football, dude. We gotta answer it. Throw the tight end, throw the running back out of the backfield, hit your checkdowns. He has not done that yet in his whole career. He didn't do it when he started at the Louisville game. He didn't do it in the Texas game. He's never hitting his check down. So I don't know what to say except, dude, you got to hit your check down. But yes, we're gonna watch it. Yeah. When they have to block, exactly right. You got to max pass protect. We can't throw the tight ends because they got to stay in because you can't. He's not going to take off running. He's going to stand there and do this. You can't do that. Take off. You got to take off or hit your check down. Surely he will get tired. He will get tired of getting his ass kicked and start playing better. Yeah, I said that before. Yeah, we're playing the Kansas City Chiefs one-back offense, but we don't have Patrick Mahomes. We might have Travis Kelce, but what surprised you most positively? Well, positively was the both our defensive line and our offensive line. Stellar. What negatively is quarterbacks and receivers. One quarterback hits you in the hands and you drop it, and the other one can't hit you when you're open. So we can't get the quarterback and the receivers on the same page. That's very negative. I mean, come on. We're only throwing about 20 times a game. That's all. We're asking you to throw 5 times a quarter. We're not asking you to get back there and, But yeah, that surprised me big time that we could not get the receivers to catch the ball. So I don't know, guys. I really don't know. Christopher Cutter on short lease. I mean, I don't know if they can, Christopher, because they're trying to keep him for next year, which there is no next year for March 2. I would do whatever the hell I wanted to do. But yeah, I'd put Calzada in there if he's available and let him play. Of course, yeah, he can run. I mean, he's a big dude. He can take some hits. He's not a kid. Damn, I think he's 24 years old. Damn, he's got a pension already. The defense is on the field too long. Yeah, we can't do that this game. We can't leave them. Look, they're gonna run the ball and wear us down. So this isn't going to be some spectacular air show. Okay, it's going to be whoever's the most physical. And we have everybody except Waller on our defense, so we should do good on the sidelines. Yes. Yeah, keep their offense on the sideline. Well, see, last year we beat them in time of possession by 10 minutes. We had twice as many first downs as they did. We ran for like 175, 180 yards. If we could do all those things, we can stay in the game again. But if we don't, so I don't know. I feel sorry. Like I said, I listened to Bush Hampton. He's talking about dumbing down the offense. I don't know how much more you can dumb it down. At this point, for Cutter Boley is what he's talking about. Damn, it's a slant route and a go route, and. So we'll see what he does. Maybe he'll come, and win the turn. Yeah, we can't turn the ball over three. Not to these guys. You think the other defense was no? These guys, their defense is stellar, so we cannot do that. I don't think. I don't know, guys. I think we're just going to try to stay in it. The best players on the football team. On our football team, man, the offensive linemen are good. All 5 starting offensive linemen are good. The tight ends are good. The receivers are not. And the quarterback so far had impressed me. The running backs are stellar. McGowan and Dowdell. So, yeah, we got some good players. But defensively, man, I'm surprised at how well we changed from a 4-3 to a 3-4 alignment. And I thought, man, why are we doing that? I think the 3-4 alignment the defense has played pretty well. Other than Eastern Michigan, we put our backups in open plays. He didn't catch a pass. Didn't catch a pass, and I watched it. All he was a decoy, Curtis, last game. He was just a decoy. He was just running. When he was in there, he was just running long routes and just being a decoy. They weren't even, I don't know what you do with him. Take his ass out, put, J.J. Hester in there. I don't know why we haven't seen J.J. Hester. Damn, he's 6'5". Just throw the ball up, If you're going to throw the ball up like he was throwing it up in the air, throw it to the tall guy, right? Harold Carmichael, 6'8". You guys remember Harold Carmichael? That's old school right there. Philadelphia Eagles. Tallest receiver ever in the NFL. He was about 6'8" or 6'9". Yeah, the quarterback used to just throw it up. J.J. Hester, yeah. He can play. He can play. But, we're going to watch the game right here, guys. So come on in here tomorrow if you want to watch the game, and we will watch it. We'll see. I think people are done. They're going to watch basketball. A lot of people, the casual fans, not going to watch anymore because they can't take pain. Most of them don't understand football. They just know that we lost and they look at the score. So they can't take the pain. So they're going to go on. I got friends like that. They don't watch football at all. So they're going to be, listen, basketball's coming and we're going to be good in basketball. Just remember, we got the most expensive roster. So we should be good in basketball. And we will be. Switch the lineup? Yeah, sure you would. Well, maybe you will. Maybe you will. If I look at if I had a receiver that was starting and he didn't get any catches, he sure as hell wouldn't be playing the next week. So what if you put J.J. Hester in? What's he going to do? Not get any catches? I mean, watching my Cats win or lose APO. Now I'll watch, but it is disheartening when But yeah, I mean, look, the season's not over. We'll be 2-3. It'll be a bye week, and then people, we'll see what happens. If we could get somebody like Texas, but yeah, there's some winnable games, but we got to, we need to get somebody. Let's get somebody. I mean, hey, Georgia's got to lose sometime. We haven't beaten them since 2007. Rich Brooks is the last time we beat them. Yeah, so it's been a while. But they're tough to get. Dad, will milk be made available to us? Milk and cookies. What are you talking about? Christopher, Bama, Vandy going to be interesting. Yeah, Bama's probably going to beat their fucking ass because they're running their mouth. And look, guys, their offense is not all that great. All he does is move the pocket and run side to side. They just move the pocket left and right. He's the option quarterback. He just takes off and he'll throw it or pitch it back or run it. I think Bama's going to probably take them to the woodshed tomorrow. I don't know what the line is, but I haven't looked at that line. But I would bet Bama on this one. Let's see what Vegas says about that game. Western Kentucky's beating Delaware tonight. I didn't even know there was a game. But, yeah, we'll see how good Vanderbilt is. Now, you've been running your mouth, Vanderbilt. Let's see how good you are. Yeah, you play a couple teams. You play Texas. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know when that game. That must be an afternoon game. Vandy. Where's Alabama? 12.5. Alabama's a 12.5 point favorite. Yeah, there you go. They're not. Vegas doesn't think it's a close game. So 56.5. So yeah, they don't. Vegas isn't saying it's close. So Louisville plays Virginia. So yeah, that's wild. But yeah, we'll see. 11 points. Yes. Yeah, 12.5. They must have moved the line, but yes, we'll see how good Vanderbilt is. Skinner plays the tight ends ways. Which the one Skinner kid is on the. I think he's on the Skinner kid. That's our tight end is on the. He's on the out list. I think he's injured. I think he's on the injured list for this game. Are you talking about the player or the coach? If you're talking about the tight end, yeah, he's hurt. He's on the out list. Christopher. Chatsworth is in here. Good evening. Well, man, thanks. Come on in. Everybody's real chipper tonight, man. So are we going to a funeral, huh? We're just going to, man, I feel like I should play Russian folk music in here tomorrow. We'll just play some really sad music, you know. I mean, we'll see. The player, yeah, he's out, Curtis. I think he's on the injured list. His dad or his granddad is always on Loyal BBN podcast with Big Mike. I think it's his granddad. But they were dogging out Kentucky because you realize that our players live in dorms and every other SEC team has apartments for their players. And our team, yeah, our football players have to live in a dorm. I think we play Georgia AFIO to be UGA. Yeah, we play the same style as them, right? Well, if you're going to emulate somebody, you'd emulate Kirby Smart with defense and running the ball. And yeah, running the ball wins the game, guys. That's what wins. Running the ball. You have to run the ball. Toledo threw for 250 yards and ran for 70. We threw for 85 yards but ran for 220. We beat them. Why? Because we ran the ball. They threw the ball. Why didn't they beat us? They had a spread. They were running the air raid. Why didn't they beat us? Well, real simple. We ran the ball and we kept the ball. And we just ran it right down their throat. That's how you win. You can call it boring if you want to, but ask Toledo how boring it was. But yes, we are trying to emulate anybody. If he, but yes, I just want to see Cutter Boley play well tomorrow. I don't know about you guys. I just want to see the quarterback. I want to see him take command of the offense, get pissed off, look like a grown-ass man, act like a grown-ass, get mad, hit somebody, run into somebody, take off running, lower your head. I don't know. I just want to see him not look scared and not hold on to the ball. I think that's what they worked on in practice. So, yes. What have I been going? We've been going for 45 minutes. We resemble. Who do you think we resemble? You mean in the pros or the college? We're running Boise State's offense, but a lot of people run a one-back set. There's more and more teams running a one-back set. I don't think anybody in the SEC runs what we run. Iowa still runs the I formation, so we don't run Iowa's offense. Not impressed with Cutter at all. No, I'm not either, Christopher. I just said I'm not either. Not impressed with him mentally. I mean, he looks like a teenager out there. Now, come on, man. This is your second year, and and you're all world in the state of Kentucky. And like somebody says, a 4 or 5 star in Kentucky is about a 3 star in Texas. Yes, true. Zach played better. He did play better, but he's not a Kentucky boy. And, he was 15-30 in that Ole Miss game until he got hurt. But you had people dropping his ball, and then people say, well, he's throwing the ball too hard. He wasn't throwing the ball too hard. Come on, man. Throwing the ball too hard. It hit you in both your hands. I don't give a damn how hard he threw it. Yeah, no, don't hate to say that, Curtis. I agree with you. He did play better. And I was hoping they would, I was thinking, are they going to bring him in the South Carolina game? But they did not bring him in. So that tells you right there that, look, the donors and the fans want to see Cutter Boley because he's a Kentucky boy. I get it. Do you want to win or do you want to say, it was like, we were talking about Dusty Bonner. Jared Lorenzen came in as a freshman. Dusty Bonner was better than him. But Hal Mummy played Jared Lorenzen. Why? Because that's who the people wanted to see. We went 2-9 with Jared Lorenz as a freshman. Okay, we sucked, but and then Bonner left, so it's the same thing. It's a Kentucky boy. History always repeats itself for some reason, and I don't know why. Christopher, do you play to win the game? Oh, you play to win the game. Yes, 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 you do. And Herm Edwards, who played for the Eagles and also coached, yes, you play to win the game. Yeah, I mean, you got to try to win the game. That's why I was hoping he would bring Calzati in the last game. But I get it. You got to let him get his ass kicked. You can't baby him. That's what they kept saying on the TV broadcast. And I agree with him. So Kentucky and then the Titans on Sunday. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Titans. I'm not a Titans fan, but I watched the highlights. Man, you might as well put Will Levis back in. I mean, damn. At least he can throw down the field. No, the Titans are a mess. Their whole organization. They don't have an offensive line, running back, or receivers. I don't care if Joe Montana's the quarterback or whoever. Name a quarterback, best quarterback. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is if you don't have anybody to throw to. That's what happened to Tim Couch. He went to Cleveland. They were an expansion team. Oh, the Bengals. Oh, man. Golly. Yeah, without Joe Burrow, man, that quarterback, their backup quarterback is awful. Man, yes, Bengals. Man, it's just sad football all over the part of the country, isn't it? Weekend of torture. Yeah. Their offensive line is bad. Yeah. I mean, man. Yeah. But yeah, you're not allowed, they'll let you fail in the pros for a couple of years, but you can't fail in college. Oh, Christopher Brian Callahan. Yeah. Chatsworth spending too much money on a new stadium. Yeah. I'm not going to go watch them. Put the money on wide receiver. Yeah. That's the problem, guys. We'll get into that. And if you play a spread offense, you're going to have to spend all your money on wide receivers, running backs, quarterback. If you play to run, then you got to spend your money on line play. But you got to have line play. We did the right thing with our money. I just don't know how much money we had. I'd like to see, which we'll never know. One of these days, the numbers will be released after Mark Stoops leaves, and you're going to find out that he got screwed on the budget he had for football. That's what you're going to find out. He's keeping his mouth shut because he's going to get paid $30 million. So I'd keep my mouth shut, or 20 or whatever he's making a year. Yeah, we got to have lines. They don't want us to know because they know we'd be pissed off. Yeah, they're gonna screw it up because I think football is the moneymaker, and but they want that championship in basketball. We want that championship in basketball. So maybe we'll do this for a couple of years and then we'll go back to spending money on football. I don't know, but I don't see how a team can do both. I know Kansas. I know a Kansas grad really well. He's a good friend of mine, and they said, "Screw football. We're going on basketball." And Bill Self is about to retire because he's getting sick, and yeah. So yeah, they're going to spend money on basketball. So we shall see. Man, everybody, is anybody happy? I mean, I'm glad there's a game on tomorrow. I don't think we'll get killed. I think it'll be a close game. But yeah, no, can't depend. Sometimes they have a good team. Of course, they play in the Big East. So yeah, it's a lot easier for them. But yeah, so if you just got in here, we're talking about the 9th SEC game. Lane Kiffin and Missouri's coach came out, and everybody's figured out that playing this 9th SEC game has screwed all the SEC football teams because half of the teams are going to have one extra loss, and the College Football Playoff Committee does not care about strength of schedule. They only care about wins. So yeah, people are starting to figure out. We were supposed to get some deal with the playoffs where we got 3 teams in the SEC or whatever. Now, if you go 9-3, that's a losing season. You're not going to make the playoffs. So there's going to be the SEC is not going to dominate anymore. I know Lane Kiffin. I think he did it's been in the papers. He either sat down a reporter or something, and then Missouri's coach got on ESPN and pretty much said the same thing. Yeah, how are you going to win? When you're playing 9 SEC games and a rivalry game. And then you're going against teams that don't have to play anybody or not that, so I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't see an SEC team winning the national championship. Do you guys? What SEC team right now would you pick to win? None of them. I mean, Georgia, Tennessee maybe could pull one out, but Tennessee's defense is not all that good. They're talking about our defense being ranked bad. You should see how bad Tennessee. They're down there with us. I mean, we're at right at 100. They're at 78. So yeah, they damn near lost that Mississippi State game because they turned the ball over 3 times. Yeah. So, but no, everybody get happy when it's basketball, guys. Don't worry. Everybody's gonna get happy that loves basketball because we're gonna be good in basketball. And Midnight Madness is coming, and then they'll forget about football. I mean, we're gonna do basketball and football. I'll do every football game. I'll do some basketball games. We'll do basketball. I mean, I like basketball, and we're gonna be good at basketball. But I like it when we were good at both. So for a couple of years there, we were kind of good at both. So. I mean, we had our time. So, all right, what's on your mind, guys? What do you want to talk about? There's 11 people in here. I'm Tom. If you're new, Kentucky Football Nation, come on in. Speak up if you want to say something. You can be a Louisville fan. We'll talk Tennessee. We like everybody. I got my real high tech scoreboard ready to go for tomorrow. We're going to do 30 minutes before the game right here, and we'll do a little post game after the game. So we'll talk about it before, then we'll live chat the game, and then we'll stay on and do our own post game show. But no, if everybody did everybody hear what Matt Jones said today? Okay, I just want to make sure you heard. I agree with everything that he said, even though I don't want to agree with it. It's the truth. So yeah, I like Matt Jones. He's a pretty fair dude, and he said we should strive to be a second tier team, not a first tier team. He's right. Well, we don't have a choice because of money. So, but he's right. And he said we should wait to the end of the year before we make a decision on Stoops, and we will. But I feel sorry for him. Damn, even if he does win 6, say he won 6 games, that probably wouldn't be good enough. I'm just laughing at the people who think you're going to bring a spread offense in here and win. Okay. All righty. Yeah, that's been tried before. History will repeat itself with that shit. I'm going to, like I said, if you're just getting in here, I'm going to do a video on the air raid, and I'm going to have numbers for you and stats. It's not, and you're going to see why it didn't work. And I love the air raid more than anybody. And I loved Hal Mumme. Why the hell did he have one of his staff members getting money orders from a Lexington post office? And then our media caught him writing money orders to players, and we get caught cheating, and he has to leave. So, yeah, that was stupid. We were buying players, but, hey, are beating like a man. Well, we may not get beat now. Let's hand out some – let them know they've been in a fight. Make it 15 rounds. Let's make it Rocky here. They may win, but they don't want no rematch. You know what I'm saying? They could be Apollo Creed. We'll be Rocky. And they don't want no rematch. So, I mean, let's have some standing 8 counts. And so, now, well, I was hoping there'd be more people in here tonight, but I guess football is a dying thing, guys, thanks to our media who, didn't give him a chance. They never gave Mark Stoops a chance from the very beginning. We're 2-2. We don't even have a losing record right now. And the season's over with. Okay. Damn. If we lose tomorrow, it's over. It's done. So, yeah, not much of a, pick-me-up. But, yeah, it's a bummer, but we're going to watch it. And we're going to talk about it. And we'll see what happens. And then basketball's going to come. And this time we'll be playing our first basketball game about 30 days from now. Well, we have a couple exhibitions and some preseason games. First exhibition is Purdue, guys. Purdue's ranked 1, and we play them. And, we'll see how good they are and we are. It doesn't count, but we play them on like October 25th or something. Yeah, so we play them here, by the end of the month. So basketball will start. And that'd be good, guys. It'd be all rainbows and unicorns and sunshine and until Mark Stoops doesn't get us to a Final Four for about the next 2. If he doesn't get us to a Final Four this year, and next year comes around, then it'll go real bad. Typically, we're pretty physical. Yes, we're physical with Georgia, correct, Christopher? Yes, we're always physical with them. They know it. Kirby Smart. Go listen to his press conference. He knows what's going to happen. You think they want to run block? You think they want to, go against the run? their players? No, you don't want to do that. You want to go against some team that throws the ball so that your defense lineman can take a break once the ball's in the air. You just take a little break. There ain't gonna be no break when somebody's running right at you. So yeah, they don't want to, they don't want to play that against that style. But anyway, what's up, Addison? Man, welcome back, Addison. What do you think about Deion Sanders, Arkansas rumors? Deion Sanders, I didn't hear that. Deion Sanders, Arkansas. Same. I don't believe any Nick Saban rumors. And why would Deion Sanders go to Arkansas? I don't know. Chatsworth, no way Purdue should be ranked number 1. I agree. I don't know who did that shit. I don't know who the hell they got. Yeah, a bunch of white dudes. They better get some color on that team. Yeah. We're going to just push them around. Now, they can hit threes. AFO Soups plays Georgia the toughest. Yeah, year in, year out. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we do. We play them pretty tough, and we just haven't beat them. We haven't beat them since 2007, so we're due. They haven't lost a home game, SEC game, since 2019, so they're due. Why not? I mean, Cutter Boley. I mean, I just want to see him play well. Just want to see him get pissed off and grow up, and stop holding the ball, dude. Yep. I hope we don't have to yank him. That's the only thing I'd be worried about. If we have to yank him, it got really ugly. So hopefully we will not do that. But yes, Purdue, Chatsworth, yeah, Purdue number 1 in basketball. It's a it doesn't mean anything. I tell people in Indiana all the time. Wins in December don't mean anything in November. You got to win your league. You got to win the SEC, the Big Ten. That's what counts. That's a good game. Yes, like the South. Well, hopefully it will be, as long as we don't turn the ball over, which, I don't know. Like I said, yeah, they got to lose sometime. Yeah, stats. The odds are, they got to lose sometime, right? They haven't lost back-to-back games since 2016, Kirby's first year. So, hey, they're due. And it's an early start. And, so hopefully they'll be groggy. Although I guess we're already there tonight. Surely we don't. Yeah, so we're sitting in a hotel right now. Hope we're having meetings and everybody's chilling. Yeah. No, I like our defense against their offensive line. I like our defense. Let's see what we can do here. They ain't going to, I don't think they're going to run all over us here. Our defensive line can hold its own. We played Ole Miss pretty damn tough. If you look at Ole Miss this year and the scores they put in, the shit they did to people, we held our own with them pretty well. You can win with 4 turnovers. Yeah, you can't win with 0. Yeah, if it's 4-0, you're not going to win. Now that we can't turn the ball over. I don't think he'll throw the ball up in the air, guys. I really don't think he'll do that. Surely to God, he will. We'll try to get him some shorter passes, and they know that, so they're going to play press coverage because they know that we're trying to, so he's going to have to hit a long one eventually, So just don't be scared. I mean, just don't play scared. That's all I want him to do. If you're going to lose, go down swinging, but don't play scared. So we've been going an hour. All right, guys. I'm going to get up early in the morning. What do you guys want to talk about? I'll stay on a few more minutes. Who thinks we should get a coach and play the air raid? Oh man, that's who thinks we should play the run and shoot? Just line up in 4 wide and just no. I do not believe that. For those of us that lived through the air raid, we know that it didn't work. So no overthrows. Yeah, he can't. Yeah. When you overthrow, the defensive back's going to be sitting back there waiting on it. So, I mean, look, Coder just has to play well or get him the hell out of there. Amen. I mean, look, man, if he plays bad, put Calzada back in after the damn bye week. I mean, he won't do that because the donors would get pissed off, but, I'm all for playing a Kentucky kid if it's close, but if it isn't close, play Zach Calzada. No more air raids. Yeah. I'm going to have to. I did a video on that and explained it in detail so people understand it that never saw it, that it was not that good of a thing. It was for about 2 years, and then they figured it out. So it's kind of like the Chicago Bears, 46 defense. Nobody could figure it out the first year or two, and then they had to stop running it because everybody figured it out. So, all right, guys. Well, okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's come in here tomorrow. Look, I'm gonna come in here tomorrow. If you guys want to watch the game with me, you're welcome to. I'm gonna be on here at 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. So I'll be in here 30 minutes before the game. We'll do a little. Couch did okay with it. Yeah, one guy. Yeah, we went 7-5. People think we did something. We lost the bowl game to Penn State. Couch did well. Yes, he did. He was the only one though. 60-7. Get like beat 60-7. Yeah. I mean, look, there were some. I'm gonna show you the scores of the air raid. Yeah. When you keep putting the other team back on the field over and over and over and giving them the ball back, you start getting your ass kicked. A lot of people don't understand that. Craig Yeast, yeah. Yes, Craig Yeast was a. We had the first year we had him. Yes, Craig Yeast, and I can't remember the other wide receiver we had, but yeah, Craig Yeast was one of our best wide receivers. Once he was gone, yeah. Once Derek Homer was gone and Anthony White was gone, it didn't work so well. So yeah, I like North Carolina State power spread. I haven't seen them too much, but I don't know if that would work in SEC. But I'd have to look at the. I don't know what the power spread is. I don't watch North Carolina State. Are they any good? Like I said, that might work in the ACC, but trying to run in the Big Ten and SEC, you got to really be careful. But yes, I look. We got to run the football. We brought in Rich Brooks after Guy Morris, and Guy Morris dumped the air raid at the last year. Tony Franklin, if you guys remember Tony Franklin, a Kentucky boy, hybrid football offense. Yeah, I mean, look, it needs to be 50-50 run and pass. It just needs to be a pro-style offense. We can't do 50-50 run pass now because we don't have a quarterback and receivers to do that. So we didn't spend the money on that. So, like I said, you're trying to buy 85 football players, 85, and 13 basketball players. That's 98. So, yeah, you got to spend your money wisely. You got to pick one sport. And we picked basketball. And I think Arkansas is going to pick basketball. I think that might be the only two SEC schools that really pick basketball. And you think the other teams care? No, they need us to be good in basketball because after January, there's no football. And January through April, we'll be talked about. We'll be it. Indiana's for real. If they beat, no, I don't think they're for real. And I want to see them beat Ohio State or somebody. They run a spread offense. Okay, that's fine. They beat who? Illinois and Iowa. Let's see them beat. They play Penn State. Let's see if they beat Penn State, Ohio State, Oregon. Then I'll think Indiana's for real. No, their coach is their coach. I can't. I don't know about their coach. We can still make a bowl. Sure, we can. Christopher, I actually think we should pound the run. A pass should be a trick play with our team. Well, that won't work if we line up every down and try and run the ball. Yeah, that won't work. We got to throw the ball. Okay. It's just ridiculous that, we don't have a quarterback who can, throw a 30-yard pass. I mean, come on, man. Put Calzada back in there. Of course, when he threw, Harley Gilmore, Harley Gilmore needs to be sitting down somewhere because he's hardly open. That's his, like I told you, I came up with that. Hardly open. He's hardly open. And he hardly catches it. And he's, so I don't know. No, I'll stay on here for a few more minutes. I was getting ready to get off, but you guys got me going on the spread offense. Yeah, we'll see who the next coach is, and they're not. John Gruden's not coming to the. I listened to him on a podcast. It doesn't sound to me like he's going to come to college football because he knows how hard it is. So I don't think you'll see him. I think he's waiting for a pro job to open up. But yeah, I don't know who you'd even bring in here, guys. I really go get a coordinator. Go get somebody from Division II. I mean, look, it depends. If you're not going to try and win, does it matter? I mean, does it matter who you bring in here? It has to be exciting, people keep saying. Exciting losing. Okay, I don't know what exciting losing is to you guys. What does that mean? Okay, we were excited, but we lost. I mean, I don't know what that is. What's up, son of a gunner? I was getting ready. I'll stay on for you. Yeah, I don't know what exciting losing looks like to you. I don't give a damn how the games go. If you lose, you lose. Whether you go, damn, we scored like the when we had the air raid, we'd lose 55-35. Like, damn, we scored 35 points. Yeah, we still got beat by 20. It's still a loss today. I was like, I wasn't happy about it back then. Okay, so we scored 35 points. So what? We got the shit kicked out of us. So yeah, I don't know what an exciting loss looks like. You guys have to explain that to me. There's no such thing as an entertaining loss. I don't know. Not to me. You know, that's just me. I guess if you play really cool music and it's really cool in the stadium and we score a lot and we still lose, I guess that's a good night for a lot of people. Okay. I guess it's more entertainment thing for a lot of people. So they're building up the district around the stadium, right? The business district, the party district. So look, I'm not in Lexington, so I don't know how that's going to go, but we will see. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, people talking about let's just line up four wide and throw the ball. We already did that shit. 1997 to 2000, a little bit over. Yeah, and it went like this right here. Yeah. So that didn't work. So I don't know what, like I said, we could do it, but, you know, you're not going to win by not running the ball. Not in football, guys. No good team. When's the last time a spread team won the national championship? When's the last time won it? I can't remember. Mike Leach went to Oklahoma from here to Bob Stoops, and they won the national championship in the late 90s running a version. They didn't run the full air raid, but they ran some of it with Mike Leach. That's what Mike Leach got him started going to Texas Tech and stuff. Is he helped Oklahoma pass the ball and win a championship? But I don't. When's the last time a spread team did anything? No, I can't remember. Texas Tech got close. Yeah, they didn't make it to the playoffs though, right? But yeah, when they had Kingsbury, they ran that. Now they were running what Mike Leach did. And Kingsbury is where? He's in the pros, right? Is he at Washington? Where's he at? He's not running the air raid, but he's, I don't even know where he's at. No, he's not. I don't know where he's at. Arizona? I don't know where he's at. Kingsbury. But triple option. No, they don't run the triple option. Excuse me. They run more of a pro style offense, and they're actually good this year. Yeah, they're really good. Who did they upset? They beat Clemson, right? Or somebody. Pardon me. So yeah, I don't think they don't run the triple option. Navy and Air Force does, and Army, they all run all that shit because they ain't got any players that can big guys. So yeah, they all run the option. Yeah, that shit doesn't work. I don't know why Army and Navy does that. They might as well run a spread offense. Hell, but yeah. All right, guys. Well, okay. Well, I'll call it a night, and I'll tell you what. I'm gonna get up tomorrow. Hey, I'm gonna get up ready to Washington. Yeah, I think so too. All right. Listen. I'm gonna get up ready for the game. So come in here tomorrow morning if you want to. I'm gonna be on 30 minutes before the game, 10:30 Central, 11:30 Eastern. We're gonna watch the game. No matter what happens, good, bad, ugly, good. We're gonna see. We're gonna see if Cutter Bowley can have a good game. That's what I'll be watching the most. And maybe our defense will play stellar. So we got some good. Look, guys, we got some good defensive players. I'm gonna tell you right now. This is about the best 11 solid people we've had in a long time. So I'm happy. Our defense. They get after it. So that's what we need. Now that I'm gonna get off here, more people keep coming in here. I keep trying to leave, and then the number keeps going higher. What do you want to? Anybody came in new? What do you want to talk about? I will stay on if a new person chimes in. New person, chime in. Chime in. Christopher, Maya, liquored up to. Well, yeah, I don't drink, but I don't know, man. I might have to take some. I don't have any antidepressants, but no, I mean, get happy. It's football. I mean, damn. I've never seen a team that's 2-2, and I've never seen our fan base that just gives up on a damn team like we do. I do not get it. I've seen everything over the years, but damn, just I feel sorry for. I hope our guys. I know they don't listen to that shit, but man, I hope they play their ass off tomorrow. And I know they will. They're gonna play hard. That's all I want to see. Play better, play hard. But all right, guys, I'm gonna sign off. Cats by 3. I'll take us by 1. Overtime. Well, we can't get into overtime. Oh, Neville the Devil. I'll be here tomorrow. Well, thank you, Neville. Come on in tomorrow, guys. I'll be here. We're going to watch it. What the hell? Let's go. Look, and no matter what happens, there's going to be a bye week, and we're going to keep playing I guess we should just stop playing and just forfeit the rest of the year and just say the hell with it. According to our media, shit. I mean, it's over. That's it. Damn. Can we play it out? I mean, can we get to the? That's right. Let's get to the end here. All right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern, 11:30 Central, 30 minutes before. Excuse me. Yes, 30 minutes before the game because it starts at 11 Central, noon Eastern. So I'll see you 30 minutes before the game. We'll have a post-game show afterwards. Come and let's watch the game. Hey, get some rest and don't be all sad, okay? Just get up tomorrow and let's think happy thoughts and let's just see what Cutter Bully. Maybe Cutter Bully will surprise us. You never know. Yeah. So hey, have a good night. I'll see you in the morning. Go Cats.